Hey, hi everybody. Was on the phone with my nephew Michael today, and he's going to start an FAQ, so I don't have to answer the same damn questions every time. Uh, yeah, well, don't do that. So, my name is Dan John. It's not John's my last name. My nephew Michael has the same last name, and I'm sure he's probably had the same experiences I've had with having to tell people millions of times. I'll be on the phone, and it'll be some 16-year-old girl will be at in a black dress. So I got reservations for John. What's the last name? John. I said the last name. Yeah, little 16-year-old girl. I know my last name. I'm 63. That was a good start. That was a good rant to start our day off. Where's my kettlebell? Oh, here's my 4,000-pound kettlebell. Oh, who can even pick it up? Oh, my back. Oh. So, yesterday somebody asked me about my warm-ups. I don't do any. It swings. It's the best warm-up I know. I really don't want to do it again today. I got a million things I have to do. But my friends at danjohnuniversity.com, we're having our challenge, and hopefully I'll sneak up. I'm only in the top 5 right now. Today, I'll see if I can get ahead. Oh. So, my mailman had the audacity to put my mail in my box, and so my dog, Mr. Black, is angry. Oh. So, for those who've been following, I keep saying that week 3 is the hardest because it doesn't get any better from here. So somebody asked a question. Their gym is closed. They only have two whatevers. What do I recommend about equipment? So go to danjohnuniversity.com. Sign up for the free membership. Plug in the equipment you have. How many days a week you want to work out. Intensity. Press the button. It'll give you a workout. That's the best I can do. I can't program as good as the algorithm based on my work. The algorithm based on my work has the ability to answer so many more questions. So when you first get there, there'll be a page with all the pieces of equipment. And you just press the ones you have, or click if it's a computer. And then you do that. So that's just, it's going to be push, pull, hinge, squat, loaded, carry. But you need exercise options. When you go in, you'll see you'll probably have 4 or 5 press options, and you'll pick the one that's most appropriate. You'll have a couple of pull options. You'll just keep picking. Some of them are pretty calisthenic-y, and some of them are pretty lifty. But that's the best I can do, okay? I not recognize a lot of the names checking in here. My YouTube listeners, maybe by the time you get this one, we'll have a FAQ for the 10,000 swing challenge. Michael, who's on live today, is working on that. So, when you ask obvious questions, Michael, one of the things you can do is, Dan, I have a programming issue. I only have this, this, and this. The answer is go to danjohnuniversity.com. I get people got on me on YouTube about recommending my own site, and I'm like, well, what the hell do you want me to recommend? Seriously. What? I honestly think Dan John University's workout generator is it's like the single best thing I've ever seen in this field. I mean, I know it's mine, but it's not. It's Brian, and Brian took what goes on up here and all those years of my mentors and my experiences, and he put it into a system. I can't do better than. So I'll shut up now because I'm supposed to be doing swings. So at 50, well, I wouldn't mind making a run at a couple sets of 50 today, though, as many of you know who've done this, 50 is brutal. Oh, whew. That was fast. Oh, whew. The problem with this day, 14, is that when I finish today, I'll be at 7,000 reps. So it's not even 3/4 done. I mean, it's a small thing, but this challenge kind of mentally messes with you a little bit, and it's very difficult. It's sorry, my friends on Instagram. So it's really difficult to get there mentally. Okay, so someone wants the best book I've written. I think 40 Years with the Whistle or Attempts, my last two. But I would, I think Attempts is pretty damn good. But it's not selling well. Best book I've ever read in the field of training is Tommy Kono's Weightlifting Olympic Style. The stories, the insights, the essays, the tests, the examples, the programming, it's just, you can disagree with like his bodybuilding workout. I don't know why you would, but it's just the best I've seen. So yeah, that's kind of a good question. So thank you. So 100 down, seems that's only 400 to go. I've enjoyed the challenge. Weirdly, my body weight was up today, and I thought I ate practically nothing yesterday, but body weight's a funny thing. My waistline was much bigger today, so I'm kind of going over, well, did I eat something yesterday that just didn't go down right, body composition wise. I know, so one of the things I recommend on this is to weigh in every day and do your waistline every day. Your mileage may vary on this, but I think there's real value to it. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing 50s, but I'll try to do this and let's see what happens. My forearms, today we did Tonic Thursday, which is mobility and flexibility, and I thought I would really feel good this afternoon, but it's day 4. It's 14 days in a row, 500 swings. This is the 4th day in a row with double sessions, and I'm wondering if I'm just starting to, we used to say, write checks my body can't cash. I'm just wondering if I'm starting to do that. So, okay. Whew, whew. Oh. Oh, okay. So 3 sets of 50. Nice start. A nice start. I don't know if I'll be able to do the 50s for much longer. My grip's going. You guys have any questions? I'd be happy. Oh, maybe we got one here. Well, so my friend Travis asked the discus throwing question. Well, the thing about, he asked about the orbit of the throwing arm. The nice thing about starting low is that there's a conscious pendulum-like sweep up to the high spot. And that just seems to work really nicely. Late in my career, I had the full swing, and as I picked the right foot and got some depth with the left, I let it come down to this position here we call spanky. See, that's coming off my butt. It's a good question. I will, you know what I'll do today? I'll post one of the best throws of my life today. And I think you'll be able to see a combination of it. So when I get done with this, I'll do what I can to put them together. Hey, Brian man! My man Brian got his COVID vaccines today. Dan, would you rather eat the same meal every meal for life, or never eat the same meal twice? Well, since I don't, the question is, would I eat the same meal over and over forever, or only one meal twice? It's not going to happen, so I can't really answer that. Oh, shoot. Hang on, now we're getting questions. Shit. How would you determine how much weight to swing for themselves? You could read the articles I've written on it. I mean, there's always a start. I would say the 24. So my friend Craig just said he listened to attempts. How far along are you, Craig? So I have a lot of my books on Audible. Actually, my favorite one isn't the one I didn't read, because when you listen to somebody else read your work, it's kind of hilarious to listen to it. Just Craig, where are you in the book, and let me know. I've been told that it was the easiest book I've ever read. Attempts was a real smooth read. The problem with 40 years was it was so true to my heart. It was hard for me to answer without being, emotional, Okay, I'll get back to these questions. Toby asks, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 1,000 duck-sized horses? I fear nothing, so it wouldn't matter to me. When they captured 2 Celts, and they brought them to Alexander the Great, and they said, what do you fear if you don't fear me? And the Celt said, the sky falling on our head. That's kind of cool. I always thought that was pretty badass. Had a good question I liked here. Oh, so there's a question. I'll do it as soon as I swing. What advice would I give young Dan John? We'll be over 200 pretty soon here. Yeah, advice I'd give myself? Well, you had to make a choice, and you didn't. Either be a lifter who threw or a thrower who lifts. You can't be both, so I would tell them three workouts a week. Stick with what you did your senior at Utah State. You don't need to be freakishly strong, as a lifter. So, your numbers are fine. I didn't throw that much farther. For example, when I snatched 275 pounds, 125K, I threw 58 to 60 meters, in a normal session. When I snatched 314, 142.5, I probably could have thrown farther, but I just broke apart. So number one, lift 3 days a week. Focus on a hinge like the snatch and more overhead presses would be number 2. And number 3, never spend a nickel on supplements. Best book for PT. When you say PT, do you mean physical therapy or a personal trainer? They're not the same thing. Did I just finish doing a set of swings? I'm gonna get to halfway real fast today. Really fast. Makes me proud. Makes me happy. So, yeah, I thought that was good advice. Hey, Tim. Hi, how are you? So, I don't know where you're... So I had a question. Is it from Dave Kelly? Is that David Kelly? What advice do you want about studying strength history? Help me out there. Some of it's stupid. Some of it's utter nonsense. Some of it's extraordinary, but you're going to miss it because there's so much noise in our field. Do your best to read like a Tommy Kono. Read guys who were drug-free for life, who Olympic lifted. Boy, I tell you, I tell people sometimes don't read anything after 1964. Hey, I got to take this, okay? Hey, sorry about that pause, folks. Hey, Coach, what did I do as a young coach to help you out, Brett? Because, most people think I'm a total jerk. So this guy said I was nice when he was young. It just doesn't sound like me. I don't think that's true. I think you're thinking somebody else. I thought I was a total jerk. Well, my nephew Michael's here. He'll defend me on that, won't you? Oh, you said for the personal trainer. You needed to tell me that. You can't just... Oh, man, I gave you the time of day. Jeez, I'm such a gentleman. Well, of course, I always love it. Best book for a personal trainer? I got to tell you, Intervention. The author is a genius. It puts you in a good place. His follow-up book, Can You Go and Now What, would really help out. Thank you. Michael agrees. I'm a jerk. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for defending our family honor. So it's nice. So it's kind of cool, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 of my nephews on the thread today, which is kind of nice. Listen, if I can get to 40 on this round, we'll be halfway, okay? Which is good. And to be honest with you, if you do the 10,000 swing challenge, that old phrase, I think it's Mary Poppins, half begun is well done or something like that, you got to get halfway on the challenge before it even begins to kick in. Yeah, it's like you got to run 13.1 miles of marathon to finally go, okay, now I'm running a marathon. Yeah. Okay, let's get to 40. halfway. And it's probably the fastest I've ever gone to halfway. So I'm halfway in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Conscious coaching. Well, conscious coaching. Heard the guy's a lunatic who wrote that. Somebody's asking about who did the 10,000 swings in one day. So you Googled it, it wasn't there, huh? Boy, you might actually have to do some research in the real world. I wish Jeff was here. Jeff and I, sorry, I'm in the middle of 500 swings with a long day of writing and 2 training sessions, college work, so my brain's not there. I can see his face. If you go into my Daniel John Facebook and you see a picture of a squirrel on a kettlebell, that was his gym. Sorry, it's out of my head. He's a great guy. He is doing research in the real world. He is asking you. He is, oh, so, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, so his thing was this. Every hour on the hour, let's see if I get this right. If I do the math, I screw it up, I'm sorry. But on the minute, every minute for an hour, 25, check that, for 40 minutes, 25 swings, and then rest for 20 minutes, repeat. So, dude, 40 sets of 25? Is that right? Would that get 1,000? The problem I have with math is that I sat behind a really, really pretty girl in math in high school. Didn't pay attention to this teacher. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, 1,000. He did it for 10 hours for a fundraiser, which is pretty. Travis, what Celtic quote did you look up? Help me out, brother. So Travis from Travis Throws, he's got a real nice Instagram account. He today had a nice video of Ludwig Danik. Hey, send that to me so I can keep it, okay, Travis? Except get the music off of it, for God's sakes. Yes, you kids and your hippie music and your marijuana cigarettes and your psychedelic colors and I just don't get it. So Travis, what quote are you talking about, bro? Okay, 250. These are terrible starts. I need to model a better start. So when you start the kettlebell, you should drag it back a little bit and then cast it in. And I've been picking it up, so these idiots who correct my technique, you've all ignored that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that quote, yeah. I fear no man except the sky fallen. Travis, yeah. So I didn't just make that up, right? Maybe I might have. So what I remember from that day, Alexander the Great, not a big guy. In fact, we called him the Alexander Meh. Later on, people changed that. But I remember that really well. And tell you one thing, Alexander, he cooked a mean plate of quinoa. That's not well known. They don't talk about that in his history books. True story. Yeah. How thick is the handle? By God, it's right there. So somebody asked how thick the handle was. It's that. It's that thick. It's a Dragon Door kettlebell handle. I'm still ranting about the other day, the guy who asked me how long the rest periods were. Literally, and I'm doing this as nice as I can, this is live, and so the rest periods are as long as you see. Most of the time I like to talk to you guys because I'm trying to get out of, yeah, Travis, it's fine, you can play the music, and, do whatever, I get it. Some people just want to see Danik throw, and some people just need to listen to that rock and roll stuff, which destroys children's minds and makes them, I can't remember what they used to say, it makes us do. Like my good friend John Powell always says, the first sign of old age is senility. And I don't remember the other two. I think that you're frozen. If I'm frozen, I'm frozen, okay? If I'm frozen, give me a thumbs up. If I'm not frozen, give me a thumbs up. If I am, tell me you're frozen, and I'll just turn off and turn back on. Okay, where are we? We're not even 300. We'll get to 300 this round. That'll be just 300. Dang it. I keep hoping it's 400. Here we go. It's only 310. Those you doing Pat Flynn, there's your 300. Okay, thumbs up, good. Travis is defending his use of song music with Ludwig Danik. I appreciate that. Johnny from Dublin asks, Dear Dan, how did you get so handsome? Grip has improved a lot better, Dan. I'm doing first 5 rounds of 50. Still tough beginning. I tried 2 today. Johnny, I think I did 2. I might have done a third. I have to look. But I just, without those rests and with those morning lifting sessions, my grip is going, man. But, one of the things, when I first got involved with kettlebells, I went to a thing down in Las Vegas, and that's where I met everybody. Mike Mahler, Steve Maxwell, Pavel, John Duquesne, all the people who work for John, Cotter, Steve Cotter. I think I met Brett Jones. I'm pretty sure I did, though I got to know him much better at the CERT. And the thing I asked, I said, what's the one thing you would never get rid of with kettlebells? And they all said, number one answer was grip strength. The kettlebell does stuff for your grip that you can't find anywhere else. For me, it'd be learning how to hinge correctly. Yeah, Johnny, it's awful on the forums. Michael has a good point. I'm good looking because of my genetics. Thank you. That's my nephew. So kind of fun having my nephews on here. It means a lot. 2 of my favorite moments in kettlebells ever was having my daughter Kelly at the UCLA CERT, and my daughter Lindsay at the one that was in just north of London. It was just magnificent, yeah. Oh, okay. Long question here. I did 5, okay, big something or other the other day, and on the last set of my hands blistered. How do you prevent? Thank you, Travis, means a lot. Travis can email me that. And I can just turn the noise off. How do you prevent blistering? I have, because I live in Utah, I get those gloves there's 2 sets of gloves. So there's like the inner glove, that little skinny inner glove that's got the traction, and then the one that prevents frostbite and all the other issues. If you have to wear gloves, wear gloves. What I find, though, is the only place I really get beat up on is right here on my thumbs. Oddly, when I Olympic lift, that's the same place I have to tape. So I don't know where you're blistering, but blistering is usually a sign of bad technique. So, you know, if you see a lot of blisters here, it sounds weird, but very often it's because you're letting the bell move too much. When I do kettlebell swings, my bell, I strive for zero movement. It's boom, boom. It's just an extension of my arm. That might help you. I don't know. Hey, yeah. We have a nice little message from a young man named Cole. Cole's a Marine recon, and he wants to do brunch this weekend. I'd like you to sit down someday and stare at those two words on a piece of paper. Marine recon, brunch. Marine recon and brunch. And that'll just tell you my life in a nutshell. Cole, it's good to see you, brother. All right. We are at some number. Let's get deep in the 300s now. 350. 150 to go. It's funny. Guys, I'm falling asleep at night. Well, last night I stayed up to 8:30, but I am dragging. I'm dragging ass. Doing all this work. Hey, Krista Shoshone. Is that Rick Eckloff? Wow. So folks, Rick Eckloff's on here. Rick Eckloff, of course, is the founder of the Southern Murray Institute for Lifelong Fitness, which is the SMILF, which is one of the few subsidies of Dan John Industries. Hi, Chris. Thanks, the handle's quite thick. I get blistering the base of my ring finger. That could just be, hold on to the bell better. More coffee. Hi, Coach. Fuel House Gym is in the house. More coffee. No kidding. One thing, Travis, if you're still on, I'm going to post a video of me throwing today. And what I want you to look at isn't so much my technique, but my approach to the arousal level. So I'm behind by this much, and I win by 17 feet. So, yeah. Sleep. So we have a comment about those doing the 10,000 swing challenge in the sleep. Damn, it's seriously funny stuff. I'll go to bed at 8, wake up deep in the night because I have to pee, and then go back to bed and go, oh, look at time. Oh, should I get up and work now? And then I hear, I always set my alarm. I never set my alarm, but I've noticed in these couple of weeks, it's 7:01. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, Travis, just tell me what you think. If you want a copy of it, you'll email me and I'll email you, and I'll find some other videos of me throwing too. There's, a sad thing is I have videos on film, and I turn one of them into what's called a GIF, I think, a GIF. And that's on, and I'll see if I can pull that off and share it with you too. So I have a high school throw. I'm weighing about 140, and I'm throwing about 144. So that's kind of a fun throw to watch. Because my technique isn't great, and certainly I'm not a big engine. The next year I weighed 162 and threw 170, so not bragging, I'm just saying I do some smart things. Eckloff is checking out. He gives love to Tiffany. He and Tiffany have, we want to ask questions. Okay. But they go out to dinner a lot when she's down in that area. All above board. All right, let's get to work. Oh! doesn't go faster when I talk more. Wasn't perfect. Tomorrow I'll probably do this early in the morning. I have a 1 o'clock appointment, so I'll be gone in the afternoon. Oh, that's the one at, is that the one at the Ohio State meet against Judd Logan's kids, Travis? So Travis is talking about a video. That's a pretty good throw. I mean, 180 feet, 55 meters. If that's the one we're talking about, is that the one? That's who you hear, "Yay, Daddy!" That's my daughter filming, which is just a tiny little thing. Yay, Daddy! There's a good story behind that video. So we're at discus camp, and it was our 3rd week there. So at 48, I had no legs left. And then the guys over at Ohio State challenged us to a track meet. Discus hammer shot. Ashland Elite, Ohio State discus campers. And we get there, and I'm warming up, and I'm struggling. I got nothing in me. And Mike Bukowski walks over, and he says, I don't want to say anything, but this is really bugging me. I go, what? He goes, well, these guys are making fun of you, Danny. I go, why? He goes, well, they're calling you old, and you don't deserve to be in the ring with them because they're so good. And I just get all pissed off, They call my name. I step up in the ring. 55-meter throw. I get out of the ring. It's like, F you, Mike walks up. He goes, yeah, I made that whole thing up just to get you going. That's good coaching. Okay, so Kaz Jackson. Kaz, what's my first name? Michael, if you're still there, would you explain the first name thing? That should be a frequently asked question. What should I call you? Dan, Danny, oh great one, oh magnificent one, thou. My name's Dan. Call me John. John's my last name. On this set, we're going to get over 400. Enthusiasm is the electricity of life. Yes. It's good to see you all again. El Duderino. Chris, you win. Thank you, brother. The Dan. Bo, I like that. El Duderino. That is, anytime I see a Big Lebowski reference, you win the day. For those of you who don't know, The Big Lebowski is a movie that it's kind of like a Family Guy episode where if you can actually explain what happens in the film, you weren't paying attention. So I love that show. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Travis. I should be able to get that back to you soon today. When I finish, I'll go up and upload the YouTube, and I'll check that out. So we'll be able to exchange videos across. That'll be nice. Yeah, Danik's form, I still think is worthy of mimicking. Certainly, it's a lot simpler than the wide leg Utah State technique. Utah State Aggie right here. So we invented it, and the rest of you can, you may bow when I walk into a room. I think it has some of the same opportunities. Now, look at Danik, Travis, and then go look at Bugar. Bugar, very underappreciated as a thrower. I don't know why. Once again, we have somebody with a anonymous name trying to come into my live video. Tell me what your real name is and what you'll add to this video. Okay, El Duderino. Okay. With luck, 3 or 4 more sets. This is a time in the workout where I can barely use my hands. Okay, so glider spin in the shot put. I'm not sure why you're arguing for the glide. I don't glider spin. Yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, certain people do better than either. Where did Order? Well, that's just the way they did it. If you look at Order's Al Order, 4-time Olympic gold medalist, when you look at his early throws, he's clearly still throwing like he was still throwing on dirt or clay. At the Nationals, it was 1957-58. Discus throwers could choose a cement ring or a dirt ring. And so Order barely even has his foot move in the back of the ring. So you might as well let some strangers into your house to Dan while they're on the video too. Nice work. Thank you, Kaboom Strong. Do you like the single arm? Somebody's asking about the single arm swing. God, Michael John, get that FAQ out as fast as you can. He's next going to ask about Turkish get-ups, Pavel's program, lunges, and burpees. God, I just can't answer that enough. No, I don't like him at all. Yeah, but Lord Mike, Mike, I didn't say it was bad. If you don't keep the chin, sternum, zipper in a straight line the whole time, I just think you're inviting an injury to. And trust me, I've seen some shitty swings single-handed. And it seems like some people actually revel in it, especially the people from the workouts that shall not be named. You know, and the Big Lebowski, he says, Donnie! This one guy keeps asking questions about, am I writing a new book? Well, yeah, I might have mentioned I'm writing Easy Strength with Pavel, the last 14 episodes with Pavel again. Yeah, good. Enjoy that. Never Let Go. Obviously, it's a dated book, but I still think it's got some value. Notice Wolfgang. Yeah, Wolfgang might credit Order, but he doesn't throw any. He throws much more like Sylvester. Oh, good. You're reading Never Let Go. I think it's a good book. I don't think you've gone through a book faster. Yeah, I try real hard to make my books exceedingly easy to read. If you read Attempts, you'll notice I really have dialed in, I think, to the audience. There's a famous line in The Big Chill, where the guy writes for People magazine. He says each article has to be the length of a typical American's bowel movement. So I now write chapters based on that length. You don't know. You don't want to know how much I study that. Oh, you don't want it. You can't handle it. You don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth. That got weird. All right, I'm going to demonstrate the right way to pick up a kettlebell for once. There you go. Oh. 30 short of 7,000. So Instagrammer's going to run out of time here. Travis, you don't understand the Utah State technique. We don't jump. Thanks for your advice. How about banded swings? Yeah, I teach them at certs. Some people disagree with me teaching banded swings. I like them a lot, especially if you're an elite athlete, because the eccentric is so much more aggressive, so much more like the real field of play. Having said that, most people I see would never need them because frankly, their swing technique sucks so much. They just need to learn how to swing. There you go. Haha. Donnie, you're out of your element. How often to test broad jump? Whenever it's appropriate. Most underrated movie. So this guy keeps asking questions. You know, I mean, when I test the broad standing long jump, I notice that if I take it seriously, my athletes practice. If I take standing on one foot seriously, my people practice. It all depends on how often you want to do it. When I was able to really run the program, the only way I ever actually did it, and I did it right for probably 2 straight years, we did assessments about every 6 weeks, the full assessment, but nothing exhausting. The whole day, there was nothing about the day that would kill you. Try to keep it on more like a Monday, Tuesday to keep it away from the big competitions on the weekends. You don't need to test. Remember, the farmer walk and the standing long jump test me, not my athletes. If their standing long jump doesn't improve and their farmer walk doesn't improve, that's on me. I'm screwing up. Cool. Yeah. The one thing, Travis, about the Utah State technique, the best Utah State technician was Glenn Passy. Someone else, I don't remember who. But so do your best. You can find LJ's old film. Oh, you know what you can do? Is just go into my danjohn.net, and I got a GIF of Passy throwing the discus. And you can break that into single pieces if you want. It's in my throwing area, okay? Golden nugget for successful parenting. It's the same for being a great athlete. Show up, don't quit, ask questions, Be there for your kids. Keep being there for your kids. Try to find out about their life. You don't have to. They'll push back. They'll push back constantly. I remember one time being at Disneyland, and I was just being myself, and Lindsay said, "Dad, everyone's watching." And I said, "Really?" And I kind of did this thing where I just kind of did this weird thing. I go, "No one cares. You're a middle school girl and you think the whole world is watching you. No one cares about us. No one." I could wear overalls and no shirt and walk around Disney and not one person would question me all day. No one cares. So you just got to keep breaking down that edge that, they're the center of the universe and their friends are the most important thing. And God bless them. Sometimes they are. But they're not, yeah. So you found that gift. Okay. Do you take what? I don't know what that is. 5 to 10,000 of what? Oh, vitamin D3. No, I only take vitamin D on Mondays now. I do a mega dose on Mondays. That's what was recommended to me. For some reason, that's better. Frankly, I try not to recommend nutritional stuff very much. The reason I take vitamin D in full candor is I've had severe concussions in my life. I lost 6 months of my life. I've told this before, but I took a discus across the head. I don't think Michael would even remember it, but it should have killed me. And I don't have any memory of the next 6 months at all. Didn't have it even then. Handwriting is just brutal. My professors would tell me later on about just how just lost I was. And then, of course, football's given me some concussions. And Michael, your cousin Danielle, kicked me in the nose one time and gave me a concussion. So for me, I take D3 for good reasons. Yeah, because I'm trying to do my best. How tall was Glenn? He had very long arms. Tall, he was about this tall. He was about 5'9", 5'10", 178 pounds. So this is 190. So y'all, and drug-free, we think. I never got confirmation either way. But, Gernot's here. Hey, Gernot, Passy threw 58 meters, weighing 76 kilos. Was that good? Gernot's a great German thrower. That's why sometimes when I'm doing these live podcasts, I'll break into absolutely fluent German. And that's why I try not to, because I know a lot of our audience speaks just English. But Gernot will tell you that my flawless German. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, and Travis, all you need is the GIF. You don't need, and look, if you read attempts, I talk a lot more about him there too. In fact, I have a great little Instagram. If you can't find it, email me and I'll send it to you. The 10 things I learned from Coach Ralph Milano, okay? If I get these 30 done, I'm done. I'm finished, as we said yesterday. Come on. Come on. And I have swung 500, 7,000. Oh, I'm a little dizzy. Okay, YouTube brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. Brian always tells me, press whatever the hell it is, like or subscribe. I don't care, but it's important. It's important for the people in our business. Today we hired a new person because it's growing so fast, and I need to pay them. As many of you know, I'm independently wealthy. All those years as an underwear model for Victoria's Secrets. Boy, I tell you, they are good at Photoshop. All right, YouTubers, I'm going to sit around and answer some Instagrammers, but we'll be back tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks.